The Monkey and the Log. On the outskirts of a town, a merchant had started building a temple beneath the trees. Every day, the carpenters and the workmen used to go into the town for their midday meals. One particular day, a troop of wandering monkeys arrived on the scene. One of the carpenters, who was in the middle of sawing a log, put a wedge in it to prevent the log from closing up and then went off. The monkeys started playing on the tops of the trees and the high structures and without a care. One poor monkey, not destined to live long, sat down on the half-split log, caught hold of the wedge with his hands and started pulling it out. And lo, the wedge came out all of a sudden and the log closed in. He was instantly killed. And so, continued Karatak, that's why I said you should not meddle in the other people's business. And our business is to eat whatever has been left by the lion. What? Retorted Dominic. You think that our only concern is to find food? I don't agree with you. For it is said that it is despicable crows that live off whatever is available for eating. Anyway, said Karatak, now that we are no longer in service to the king, why should we bother? No, retaliated Dominic. Don't talk like that. It is said that a man who is not a minister becomes one when he serves the king well. But even a minister can be removed from his post if he fails to serve him well. The servant who pays attention to what pleases or displeases his lord can even get the upper hand over a wicked master. And how can a wise man fail to handle a king when he sees that snakes, tigers, elephants, and lions can be brought under control one way or another? So what do you propose to do? Inquired Karatak. Today our master and his court are scared out of their wits, replied Dominic. I shall take it upon myself to find out the cause of their fear, and then I shall use one of the 6 diplomatic methods, which are to make peace or war, to attack or to entrench, to take protection under a powerful ally, or to provoke a quarrel between one's opponents. How do you know that our master is scared out of his wits? Asked Karatak. You don't know anything, replied Dominic. Manu had said that the thoughts of others can be ascertained by their faces, their gestures, their speech, and the twitching of their eyes. So through the power of my intelligence, I shall free the terrified Pingalak from his fear and at the same time get back my position as minister. But you don't know what service means, said Karatak. How then will you win him over? Well, said Damanag, I have listened to the fables told by Mahatmas, and since then I have remembered the substance of them and have stored them in my mind. Saying this, Damanag bowed, took leave of Karatak, and then went straight to the king. As soon as Pingalak saw Damanag coming, he told his guard, Let Damanag, the son of my former minister, come in without any hindrance. When Damanag arrived, Pingalak spoke kindly to him. Are you happy? He asked. Why have you come to see me after such a long time? Your Majesty, replied Damanag, although my master has no particular work for me, yet I must still offer my services when the occasion demands. The king needs all 3 types of people, high, middle, and low. We are always with you as your servants, even followed you in bad times, yet our jobs were taken away from us. That was unjust on your part, and I still do not blame you. Hearing this, the lion Pingalak said, It makes no difference whether you are high or low. You are the son of my former minister, so if you have anything to say, say it without fear. My lord, said Damanag, indeed I have something to say. Well then, said Pingalak, tell me. But I want to tell you in confidence, said Damanag. The tiger, the wolves, and the others understood the sign that Pingalak made in response to Damanag's request and went away. Then Damanag said to the king, You went to the river to drink water, but you returned abruptly. What was that? Oh, for no particular reason, answered Pingalak with a smile. It is something that you don't want to talk about, said Damanag. There are a few things that you can say to your wives, some to your sons, and some to the family, but you can tell everything to everybody. On this, Pingalak thought to himself, the fellow seems deserving enough. I will take him into my confidence. And then Pingalak asked Damanak, can you hear that terrifying noise in the distance? Yes, replied Damanak, I can. What of it? My friend, said Pingalak, I want to get away from this jungle. Why so? Asked Damanak. Because, replied Pingalak, some monstrous animal has come here and it is he who makes this loud noise. Probably he is as strong as his loud voice. You mean that it's just a noise you are afraid of? Exclaimed Damanak. That's not right. For generations this jungle has belonged to you. It would be wrong for you to leave it suddenly. Besides, there are all kinds of noises made by drums, conches, vocal instruments, and so on. So you should never be afraid of a mere noise. On this, I want to tell you that when the hungry jackal conquered his fear of a noise, he found food. How was that? Inquired Pingalak. Then Damanak told the next story.